In this video, I'm going to walk through some very quick steps on how to access your items in your store. We're going to look at how to delete them. I'll also show you how to edit items as well as add pictures to them that you may have. So let's get started with what I've already shown you prior. I'll also be sending a document that will show you the first few steps of this so you can follow along with that document. I wanted the rest of it to be in video so that you'll be able to see exactly what I'm clicking on, and then you can copy that when I'm clicking on when you do it yourself. We'll start by clicking on Edit Site, and while that's loading, you'll notice up here the different options you have from the menu. Then we're going to go to Store. This should all be familiar. And then once you're in the store, you'll go to the items. Now these are things that we covered before, so this part should be just a refresher. And once we have items selected, we'll go to the item library. Now once you're in the item library, you'll see all your items. If you recall, remember we went down and we wanted to open up as many objects as we could, so we'll go ahead and click on 50, so it'll show 50 items at one time. And I would also recommend just selecting physical because all your items are listed as physical. So if that doesn't say physical, make sure it does. All your items are physical, and this should be everything you have here. If there were more pages to this, it would tell us like well, here there is two, so there are additional. So you can only get 50 things on one page. So if you feel like you're missing something, just click between page 1 and 2 and you'll see all of your items. Now once you're here, you notice that you have all your items here. You can simply select one of the checkboxes here, and notice up here in the upper right corner section, you can delete something or you can make a copy of something. So if I wanted to delete this, I would just simply delete, and it would give me the options of getting rid of that item. Again, I don't want to tamper with anything that you may have, but you can delete that yourself, and you should get a menu telling you what you wanted, asking you what to, if you really want to delete it. If you want to make a copy of it, I would simply do this, make a copy of it, and I'll demonstrate delete with this. And here's a copy of this exact item. This is how I did most of your items, by going in, making a copy of whatever the type was, and just making edit to the copy. I selected it, and now I'm making an edit to a copy. So I can do anything to this, it doesn't matter, because this is a copy of something that you already have. And working from the copy is best because everything else is already preset. All of this is already preset for you in there. The only thing you would make changes to is this, and then of course you may add a picture. Deleting something from an item, is it simple? You could just click on the delete and it's gone. If you wanted to add something, you may click here, and it's going to want to go into your computer and find out where your pictures are at. So on my computer, your pictures are in a certain location that I have, and I think I have them in something called favorites, and then I have them in your image folder. And if I wanted to add an image to it, I would simply do this by adding to it, and put it in there. Now, and of course I can delete it again. The idea with one thing that you would want to do for adding something is you have to know where the image actually is at. So if I were to open up a folder, let's say you have your images on your computer, and that's the thing, where are the images at? You have to know where they're located at. All right. So if I wanted to take this image of you and place it there, which I'll be doing that before I send this to you, I found the image I want, and I can take that image as it shows here, and it says drag image here to upload it, which is simple. I just click on the image, drag it in, and there it is. It's uploaded right to that location. And as it saves there, it'll do its thing, and there it's in place. All right. Once I'm done with my image and you've put your description in, and you've checked your name and all of this, you're probably going to change it from copy. Uh, um, you made your changes to it, and then you want to click on save. Now, this item is in your library. All right, it's there. I'm just going to go back to it. And sometimes it takes a moment for it to load up. That's why it didn't show up right away the first time. But there it is. It's in your library. Now, as I did before, if I wanted to continue following on with items of the same type, remember always if it's a dress, you want to probably go to your dresses and click and make a copy of a dress uh, of that particular category of that particular style. All right, so that way you're staying within the same format. Um, let's see. I'm not going to make a copy of the dress. I'm going to scroll back up here to the top and select this. If I wanted to make a copy of this and keep making different picture types like this, I would do that, make a copy, and there we go. We have another copy of the same thing. All right. But I don't need either of these, so I'm going to click on the first one that says copy. I'm also going to click on this item, and I'm going to delete those because I don't need them anymore. And it's going to ask me, are you sure you want to delete these two items? Yes, I do. Delete, and they are gone. So that's how you delete items out of your library. Once you've made your changes, then you'll go through these, all your pictures, and you'll find the items that you no longer want, and you'll click on them, and you'll have to scroll back to the top, and you'll hit delete. All right. One way you can avoid having to do all of this scrolling is by changing this maybe to 10 items. All right. And then using your pages. Or you may go 5 items only and then rotate through your pages. You look at your items that you have. Oh, I don't like this one. I may want to delete that. And you would hit delete. I'm not going to delete it, but that's what you would do. So once you've made all your changes, you've done everything, you've finished all the stuff that you wanted to do, all right, then you would go to close. Now you're closed out, all right. Any changes you made will be shown in your item in your sections of accessories or all right. So always remember if you're doing dresses, make sure you make a copy of a dress type because if you make a copy of something that's not in the right category, it's going to show up in the wrong category. For instance, if you made a copy of one of the accessories and you put a dress image in there, it's going to still show up in accessories. All right. So it's all about making sure you're using the right category. And if you ever wanted to see what everything is in a category, go back into store, go back to items, and then select categories. And then you can see what items are dresses, and you'll see all your dress items. All right. And if you want to go back to categories again. You can see what items are in your hats as well as your accessories. That's just a way to double check. And of course, once you're done with that, you can close out. Now, you've made all your changes. You've done everything that needs to be done. Now you're ready to publish your site. Publishing means you've done all your work here, but none of this has gone up to the internet yet. This is the work that you've done. Now, you want to simply click on publish, and it's going to publish all the changes you make. We're going to get rid of that message because we don't need anything that there. And now you're done. And simply you would go to your link. I'm going to go to where I have your link at on my computer. I have it there. And now this is your actual website. And of course, all your changes will be made. All your changes will be completed. All right. So that's it. If you have any questions, um, feel free to give me a call. I'm going to shoot this video to you as well as a document that shows you the first few steps. Okay, that's it. Thank you.